happen when I click on the generate code button is you can see a random code being generated. Hello guys, in this video we learn how to make a random code generator. You can use this for your daily dose of motivation, and this concept will be used throughout your JavaScript journey. So let's just see how this works. Here I have a code, and as soon as I click on the generate code button, we'll have a random code being generated from our bunch of codes. So you can see there's no particular order for that. So let's just jump right into VS Code. First, I have three files: index.html, style.css and script.js. We'll start by writing our HTML file. So press Shift 1, enter, and here you have our boilerplate code. Press tab and change our title to Codify. Now I'll link the CSS file to our HTML file. So inside href.style.css, and also link our JavaScript file. So inside source.script.js. Now we can continue and write our HTML. So I'll make a div of class container. Inside that you can see we have a heading section. So make a div of class heading. Have an h1 called Codify and also a paragraph, and you can write your daily dose of inspiration. Now I'll make the card itself. So inside that we just have a quote. For now I'll give it a dummy text, so I'm writing lorem 10. Now we also have a button, so I'll give it a class of generate btn. So generate code, we have our button also. So this is just the HTML that we want. To see how this looks in our browser, make sure that you have an extension called Live Server by Ritwik installed. Install it and you'll be good to go. Go back to the HTML file, right click, and you will see the option of Open with Live Server. Just click on that, and now you can see how our HTML looks right now. So we definitely need to style this. So let's just jump into style.css file. So star, inside that margin 0, padding 0, and box sizing border box. What this does is it removes all the default styling from a browser and lets you start styling from scratch. So for this project I am using the Lato font, and I'm getting that from fonts.google.com. You can use any other font that you like. So I'll search for Lato and select some of these styles. So 300, 400, 700, I think that will be enough. So I'll just copy this part and paste it right at the top of our CSS file. Here I also have a Lato font imported in our project, so you can use this. So inside body, font family, Lato and sans serif. Now we can start styling our container. So we can give it a width of 100%, so it can cover all the width in the screen, height of 100 VH, and display flex direction column, align item center, justify content center. Now what we can do is we can now style our heading part. So again, display flex direction column, align item center, justify content center. Okay, and I think we can now continue styling our h1 tag. So h1, font size of 56 pixels maybe. Okay, and give it a color of blue, not extremely blue, but, and we want to have some margin from the bottom side, so just a 10 pixel margin from the bottom. Okay, now we can style our paragraph. So give it a font size of 20 pixels. We can continue styling our card itself. So for card, we can have a width of 40% of the screen and a min height of 160 pixels. To see it clearly, I am just giving a background color of light sky blue. You can see where the card actually is. So okay, now we'll do display flex, flex direction column, item center, and justify content center. So now this will come here. We can also align it properly, text align center. So now we have it in the extremely dead center. We can continue styling the quote part itself. So for that, dot quote and font size of 20 pixels, line height of 32 pixels. Inside the card, we also need margin from top and bottom. That's very important. So I can give it a margin of 40 pixels from top and bottom, and border radius 6 pixels. We can also have a box shadow 1 pixel, and a very light shadow off white, and I'll remove this color. And we definitely need some padding 20 pixels, 40 pixels, and style our button. For that, I'll select the button and remove the borders. So border none, outline none of 16 pixels, 24 pixels, font size of 18 pixels, some border radius 6 pixels, a little bit of background color. I'll keep the background color same to this color of white. I also want the color of the button to change as I hover over it. So first of all, I'll give a cursor pointer, and now for the hover animation, I'll just define properties for the hover state. Just choose this background color and make it a little dark. Okay, and to make the transition a little smoother, I'll add some easing. To make it mobile responsive, I'll write some media query for max width of 768 pixel size. I just want to change the card width, also reduce the size of our heading. So just font size of 48 pixel maybe. So the styling part is also done. Now comes the interesting part. So let's just go into script.js file. Here I have an array with all the codes that I want to switch between. So these are just simple strings. You can use your own codes as you wish. So how we want the random code to be generated? So as soon as I click on the button, I want any of this string from the array to appear in the code section. So for that, first I'll start by selecting the required elements. For that, I'll use const and first select our button, the generate button, and document dot query selector, and write the class name. The class name was general btn, and also I also want to select this portion, the code portion. So the code will be document dot query selector and code. So I think this is just the elements that we want. So now we want to add the functionalities. For that, we'll be using event listeners. I want the event to occur as soon as I click on the button. So I'll attach the event listener on our general btn. So add event listener, and the event will be a click, and I want this desired function to take place. Inside the function, we want a random number to be generated, and this number will range from 0 to this code's array's length, and this number can easily be used as an index to change the text present inside the quote. I'll just show how this will work. So inside the function, I'll create a random number and use the JavaScript function of math.random to see the result. I'll just console it out. See what will happen when we click on the button. You can see a random number being generated, but this number is always between 0 and 1 and in a very long decimal format. To make this number range in the quotes array's length, multiply this math.random number to our quotes array's length, quotes.array length. Okay, so now when I click, you can see the number is bigger than 1 and it's all random. But to make it a proper integer, what we'll use is we'll make use of another JavaScript function, math.floor. Math.floor rounds off the number to the lowest integer. I'll just again show you, and you can see proper random integer being generated. So we can use this number as an index and display a random sequence of quotes. So for that, I'll change the text inside the quote, and by writing text content and making it equal to any of the quotes array element. And when I click on the generate code button, as you can see, a random code being generated. So for now, I'll also remove the dummy text, and as you can see, again it's all random. But the problem is, as soon as I refresh, here I have an empty code card. For that, I'll have to again run this function, but as soon as the window loads. For that, I'll attach an event listener to the window itself, and I want it to happen at the event of load. And I'll just copy the same function, and now as soon as refresh, I'll also see a random quote being generated. So that's it for now. Hope you learned something new in this video. Subscribe for more such content, and meet you in the next one.